Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Farm Sim. I got something really cool planned today. We'll see if it works. We need to have enough money to do it. And let's go ahead and sell this. It looks like we're having some pretty good luck on the money front. Also, we have actually a little bit of exciting news too. And we'll wait for that in a second here. Let's go ahead and turn this guy around. We'll leave him right here. Let's switch over to... Here we go. Let's see if we can't push all this in. This is going to be real close if we're going to be able to do this. It's Saturday, as you guys clearly know. And Saturday, I try to make the episodes the big episodes. If I can. If it's within reason. There is a few things we want to do today. Let's go ahead and sell this. Not too shabby. 74. Not entirely sure if we're gonna have enough money. Okay, so next really cool thing. You guys remember a few episodes. Let's go over there. We bought that parlor. Ooh, excuse me, hiccups. Of course, I can't do a farming simulator episode without hiccups. But, so, we did get the milk parlor, and I think when I drove by there, I believe there was, our first thing of cheese, I do believe. Oh wow, this is a longer drive. But you guys also too, if you guys didn't know, yesterday we started our stream version with multiplayer on the Western Wilds, a new map. It was an absolute blast, and a couple things I learned from that. I think we're going to be pulling over to here, and we're doing that with Wix and Rex. So that is an absolute blast. We did like crazy amount of time yesterday on that map, maybe 5 hours. So if you're wondering why there wasn't a video yesterday, it's because we were getting ready. Also, I don't know why I drove the forklift all the way up here. So where is... There it is. Oh, there's 2 pallets ready. Oh. Alright, let's grab these 2 pallets of cheese. And then while we're here, we need to actually check. Ooh, that looks pretty heavy. So we have cheese. Where is the best selling point for it? Cheese. Also, did we have a bunch of stuff stocked up in here for no reason? I'm not seeing anything that's way high. Alright, so straw, we're looking pretty good. Let's see, solid fertilizer, slurry, lime. Where... Am I not seeing cheese? Did I just completely miss cheese? There it is, right there. Aunt Emma's shop, or the restaurant. Oh, we're right by the restaurant. Alright, let's see how much this is. For 2 pallets. I think this is a lot of money, but I could be absolutely wrong. Yeah, this is the restaurant, I hope. Alright. Well, I don't think we've sold anything here yet. Oh my gosh. Was that... And we got an environmental score reward. Oh! Alright, guys. So, one thing we're learning... This precision farm thing is really cool. So on our environmental score, you can see, I think, where did we see that last episode? But anyway, we have our fields on lockdown. And the really neat thing, where are you? Hmm. I did see it somewhere where we were getting a price boost from it. Yeah, it showed somewhere. If I find it, I will let you guys know. But I absolutely did see it, and that is super, super exciting. So we got 100 grand to start out the episode. So I can't wait, guys. All right, so we have a little bit different of an episode today, guys. It's Saturday, and this, I don't know, we'll see what you guys say of it, because this is a little different episode. But when I was a kid, we're taking Silver up to the shop here for a reason. We have enough money now for the a purchase I want to do. You guys are gonna laugh. It probably is a waste of money, but growing up around a farm like I did, there was a particular tractor that they've added now into the mods list, and it's what I grew up around, and it's such a cool thing to me. So also, I want you guys to notice how this sits pretty level for the most part, and we're gonna get into the new thing here. But there was a tractor that I learned on. It was called a John Deere 4430. It was the big tractor on our farm for a long time, probably until we got a 4555. So I know this probably sounds weird to you guys. We're gonna say our goodbyes here. In silver here is 105 horse. So just keep that in mind. This is 105 horse. Let's see, what else was it? I think we started out at 100 and we upgraded them. Also, I never realized the big bud was back there. That's a cool picture. We've got that added in our mods. That's eventually we're gonna have one of them. But back to what's going on. Shiny objects distracting me. So uh it's time to say goodbye to Silver. Half his life was Sliver, is a woods tractor, and the other half was Silver. Um, I'm I'm not necessarily he's a good tractor, and for the price he was, completely worth every penny of what we had with him. But now, guys, so we had that 4430 on our farm. It was the big tractor on our farm for a long time. Oh, and we need to go into the shops here. And I'm going to introduce you to a few things here. First of all, just to give you a representation, we were a small dairy farm. So we had one kind of like this. This was a little horsepower one, but that's not what we're getting into. The main tractor at the end of our farm when we got bigger was a little bit smaller than this one right here. It was a two-wheel drive one though with the little tires on it. This right here. This was basically our big horse. It was that we had. So on John Deere, basically back in these times, this would have been mid 80s, I believe. This would have been a 4555 that we had. And the difference between the two is the first two numbers are the series. So basically, kind of the amount of power they have. A 45 would have had 179 horse, a 4555, and a 47, as you can see, has a little bit more power. And we actually are not going to be picking this guy up. This is just, I'm showing you guys what the big tractor was on our farm at the end of the time. End of growing up around there. And then the second two numbers on an old John Deere like this represent kind of the generation. So for me, I don't know if this is actually how it works, but uh, I think of it as a five and a half generation. So the 55 is 5.5, because we'll get into them, and that's kind of the model. So they had like other ones. So we're going to get into that, in fact. So, kind of let you know, this was a big tractor later in life. Now, we are going to take you to something pretty special to me. We had one on the farm that was kind of like this. So we're going to adjust this here now. We're going to go to Michelin and, oh, wrong one. We need to go to the two-wheel drive series because that's what we had. All right, so we're going to this, and we're going to go to Michelin's, and we're going to bump up to wide. So you guys see how this thing's already sitting? Which is actually how ours sat, believe it or not, too. It's sitting more like a jacked up drag car. Anyway, we're going right here, and we're going to turn this into USA 3. That looks exactly like the one when I was a kid we had. So this would have been probably the first tractor I was ever in my life. And we're going to go crazy on the deals. We're not going to put forestry on, but I do want to show this. Look how cool this is right here. We are going to put a front attacher on it. I'm going to buy it and then unequip it. So just so that we have it for around the farm. Now, we are switching this to a 4440. Now, if you go off of what I just based on you guys about this tractor is slightly different than the one we had. We had a 4430, which is 139 horsepower. This is a 4440, so it's like the next generation of them, but in this era, they were really close. This would have been about 1979, I think. And there is almost no difference between a 4440 and a 4430. In fact, inside, I will show you some things. This is going to be a little bit different of an episode, but so we're going to just pretend this is a 4430. All right, so for our license plate, let's change the type. We are going to be calling this tractor the Dirty 30, because where I'm just in my mental crazy head, this is a 4430 to me. And we're going to name this bad boy the Dirty 30. And so this is almost exactly what I grew up with on the farm. And to me, this is what, when I think of a tractor in my head, this is kind of what I picture. I don't actually have a brand preference, believe this or not, but this style, like this, the front end like that, and the smaller tires in the front, that's kind of what I think of when I think of what a tractor is. So we're gonna buy this. Yes, and I will buy a front loader attachment, but we have to do a little walk around to this tractor. So outside, pretty awesome. And I know this is our lowest horsepower tractor, but this tractor is just awesome to me. So let's hop in. Let's take a look. Oh my gosh, it is so... Boy, they did such a good job to this. So... Wow, this looks exactly... They did such a good job on the interior. A lot of these tractors I've never actually been in now. This one I have. This interior is almost exactly dead on. Alright, first of all... it doesn't have a good horn. Turn on the lights. Although, the one thing I will say, these are known for not having great lights. Alright, so, over here to the right, that confusing mess that you're seeing there, that is in the first slot, where you see, I'll zoom in, but right there, that's the rabbit, that's the throttle. Alright, we could go for a little drive while we're talking about this. These had a really interesting transmission in them. called a quad range. And that's what a 4430 had as well. Let's get this thing up and let it purr. But on that left big stick over there, that's basically your first through fourth. And on the right hand side, which these numbers are slightly off, you can see, I'm going to try to zoom in there. But them are 4 different ranges. And on that side, I'm trying not to drive into the wall, you can see them little numbers. And that was basically your speed. That's what ours showed anyway. And ours actually would only do 20, just like this thing. So I know that sounds really cool, but I could kind of talk about the interior a little bit on the tractor. Also, to the right, if you're not well acquainted with farms, this is a little different. So the left one is like your clutch, but your right one or your right 2 pedals are actually both your brakes. So you can lock them 2 together and have full brakes, or you can run them individually when you're in the field or whatever you're doing, and the right one will stop the right tire but keep the left tire free, so you can kind of do what you want, and the left one will keep the left tire free. So that's kind of something you probably didn't know, maybe, I'm thinking. So basically this is a glorified 4-speed. You could use them more like a 16-speed tractor though, because you have all them ranges. Like if you put it into D, let's see. Well, there's 2 reverses as you guys can see there, but if you put it into D, that's our top speed one. So that's going to let us get way up there. So C, B, and A are a little different. You really wouldn't use the A gear a whole lot. Maybe for like deep plowing or something like that. But I am so excited about this tractor. In fact, we need to go over here. But this is the bee's knees for me. This is the fact that this is in here. I know maybe eventually they'll add a 4430, but this is basically a 4430 for me. Oh, and of course it's going to do that back to normal thing. Let's get the front loader attachment. I want to make sure this can, and also I want to get duals. Wide to duals. Alright, so we're not actually going to leave the duals on it. Let's see how mean that looks, by the way. Oh, beefcake. You guys in this episode are probably like, this guy's a moron. And you're not wrong. But this thing means a lot. And the Dirty 30, I know he's not our biggest tractor. Let's take the rears back off and put the wides back on. But this guy is... Do we have narrows? We do not have narrows for this tractor. Oh, interesting. I don't remember what one we had that on. I think this is going to be narrow tires. Oh, gross. Gross. But if we're going to have gross, we might as well have double gross. Alright, so we have that. So we do have Trelleborgs. We'll have to remember that. Narrow tires. Let's go back to the Michelins and the wides. Okay. And I need to put the weights back on the front. I think we can do the weights and the front loader attacher. Yes, we can. So let's go see if this will hook up. I spent a lot of money on this tractor that we probably didn't need to. But listen, guys. We did need to. You just didn't know we needed to. Alright. Let's see if this hooks up to all the stuff. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Dang. In fact, I would say that loader might be a hair small, but we'll work with it. Now that we have the forklift, we're not going to need that all the time. So I am going to go ahead, and this is going to be our new tractor. And we have to see how much time is left in the episode now that rambled on. But this, meet the Dirty 30, guys, the 4430. I am so pumped here. Oh, wow, I rambled on for like a 14-minute section there. I'm sorry, guys. That was not my intent for this episode. I actually had a bunch of stuff planned. We'll have to do that in the second part of February. Also, really quick, I know I'm going to get a question about that red button right there. That is, so back in real quick, if you haven't grown up around farms, it's actually a very important button. uh, Also, them 3 levels are for the 3-point hitch and drawbar back there to lower and raise it and whatnot. And then you got your PTO one. But that red button that's got that fuel icon on it. Um, so when you shut the key off on tractors, I don't know when they started it, but basically diesel tractors until at least I can think of the mid 80s. When you turn the key off on a tractor, it doesn't shut off. You have to pull that red knob out to cut the fuel to it, and that actually shuts it off because they'll keep running otherwise. So I know somebody was going to ask about the red button, and that's what that is, guys. But the guys that did this mod, just awesome in every way. Like the radio's even in the right spot. This has a little fancier heater than a 4430. This is the next model afterwards. So there is a little bit of differences, but they got this so perfect. It's not even funny, but I like the fact they even have the quad range in here. So it's like, just to sum that thing up too, it's like a 4-speed, and the ranges, the A, B, C, D, just changes what top speed and speed range that you're at. So, but anyway, hopefully that wasn't confusing. I'm sorry I rambled on, but to me, I thought this would be a really cool episode for Saturday because I like to make them good episodes. Anyway, I'm going to quit rambling. You guys have an amazing day, and we will see you on Monday.